Yo, what's up guys? I got an OU battle here against Sampunas123 from the Neoseeker forums, and it's a fun match, so here we go. First he sends out Metagross, and I send out Roserade. I go for the Sleep Powder, and that misses. He goes for Earthquake, which will do neutral damage because of the poison and grass typing. So I'm not real sure what to do here, but I'm pretty sure that this Roserade is going to be useless basically anyway, now that it didn't get Sleep Powder and he didn't go for Rocks on the first turn. So I just go ahead and let it die. I go out to Flygon here, and what I'm trying to do is figure that that should induce an explosion because he's probably got, all he's got is Bullet Punch, Explosion, and Earthquake for attacks, and so none of that's really going to hit me besides Explosion, so I figured he'd go for it, and so I U-turn out to Gengar, and he does explode, which is very nice. And after that, he sends out Raikou, which I am fearing the Shadow Ball, so I go out to Jalapenos, and he goes for the Extra Sensory, which still would have been super effective, and still not very effective against a Steel, so that works out nicely, and I go for the Earth Power, thinking that hopefully I'll be able to kill him. It actually doesn't even come close, but I guess it is what it is. And then of course he turns around, Thunderbolts me, and he does more damage to me than I do to him, which I thought was kind of interesting. But he switches out to Blissey to take the Earth Power that would have finished off Raikou. Takes it really well. I do get a special defense drop, which I know really doesn't matter, but I really don't want to get this thing paralyzed, so I'm gonna switch out to take the Thunder Wave, because if it's Thunder Wave, it's not going to work, and if it's Toxic, then that's not really going to matter because I'm going to be doing a lot of U-turning with Flygon anyway. It was the Thunder Wave, and so it doesn't affect it. And he switches out to Hippowdon, and I go for the U-turn, go into my Suicune here, and I'm wondering what I should try and do. I want to set up a Calm Mind. I think that's what I end up doing here. No, I don't, because I'm hoping that one Hydro Pump will kill with Life Orb. And so it hits, and I sit back and wait, and it does KO. So that's pretty cool. Hippowdon goes down, I get buffeted, and back out comes Blissey. And so I go out to Flygon, hopefully for another Thunder Wave on Seismic Tosses. Which isn't that big of a deal because I can still take two more of those, but I just go ahead and U-turn out here just to get in a little bit of damage, and I'm going to go ahead and switch out to Gengar to take the Seismic Toss, but he predicts that and he hits me with Thunder Wave, so that really sucks on Gengar. This Gengar is nearly useless now. It just really sucks. So, but anyway, I try and stay in, set up a substitute here for whatever comes in, so at least I can get one hit off. And no, of course I get Parahax on the very first turn. So now I know I can't stay in because Extra Sensory is going to take me out for sure. So I switch out to Circumcisor here to take the Extra Sensory, and he takes it very, very well. And next, it gets some lefties, and he's going to go for Thunderbolt here, which is going to do a good chunk of damage on Scizor. And I'm going to go for Superpower just to finish it off. Now my attack and defense are at -1. So that's not cool, but I had to do that. That was the only move I knew would 100% take him out. So he goes into Infernape, and of course I know I'm going to have to switch. So I go into Flygon to take whatever fire move, which is Flamethrower, which I know he'll take pretty good. And so I've been pretty much U-turning this whole match, so I figured I'd switch it up here and go with the EQ just to see if he might stay in. And luckily enough, he does stay in, so I'm able to KO this Infernape with an Earthquake fairly easily. So yeah, Sandstorm, he goes back into Blissey. So now I'm going back into Gengar just to see if I could possibly Pain Split. Seismic Tox doesn't affect Gengar, and so first I'm gonna, what do I do? I think I set up a sub here. He goes out to Machamp. Yeah, I set up a sub, and so now I'm just gonna go for a Shadow Ball to get in some damage. See what I can do here. He goes for a Stone Edge. So it makes me think maybe he doesn't have payback, and maybe if I can get up to enough health with Pain Split, it won't kill me. I'm not real sure on that. I didn't do calcs or anything, but since I hit him with the Shadow Ball, I know that's not going to work because his health is so low. So I switch out to Suicune, and luckily enough, he goes for an Ice Punch, which is pretty cool because it's not going to hurt me that much. And I use Hidden Power Electric to take it out, and it goes down. And so now his last Pokemon is Blissey. Okay, so Blissey comes in, and I'm just going to go for Hydro Pump, and I miss, because I could have done a decent amount of damage with that, I believe. It goes for a Seismic Toss, and that'll just about finish me off with the Sandstorm. But so I'm going to go ahead and switch out, just maybe, hopefully this thing will come in handy a little bit later. It goes for a Seismic Toss, and now I'm going to see if I could possibly kill this thing with my Gengar. I know it might be a long shot, but I want to give it a try because this is kind of a fun new Gengar that I'm using. So I go right for Pain Split, which is actually going to take me up all the way to max health, which is awesome. And it takes Blissey down to the yellow, which is cool. And I'm thinking, I don't know, if I get lucky, I'm not exactly sure how much Focus Blast is going to do, but I figure it's worth a shot to go for it. But since I'm paralyzed, he soft boils. So I was thinking maybe if he had Wish, that could work. But he doesn't. He has soft boiled. So, and I get paralyzed anyway. So I guess it wouldn't have really mattered. But so now we're about the same health, and so I think now I'm gonna go just go for another Focus Blast to see what it'll do, and it misses. So I get paralyzed and I get miss. There's not really anything Blissey can do to me, but I'm pretty much just sitting here doing nothing. He goes for another Aromatherapy, and I go for Focus Blast. So now I finally get to see what it's going to do. And it does not do that much. It doesn't do half. So I'm like, this is not going to work. So I guess it might have been a little too predictable, but I switch out. I'm just going to explode here, but he, I guess, realized that I probably was going to switch out because I didn't do enough, and he goes right for Thunder Wave, and that pretty much ruins this. I have 92 HP, Seismic Toss is going to kill me, so he goes for it, and my Heatran is now dead. So, but now I get a free switch, and so I know that the game is still going to be mine, but I had to think about it a little bit. So I go to Flygon, and since he's Scarfed, I go for Outrage, which I'm hoping that this will kill him. And it doesn't quite, almost gets it there. And it Seismic Tosses me, so I'm like, okay, maybe Sandstorm will take it out now. And Sandstorm, and oh yep, Blissey goes down. So that's the end of the match. It was a cool, fun game, and it was pretty close there towards the end. So guys, like and subscribe. Thanks.